Hey everyone, my name is Ken, and today I wanted to talk about obviously everything that's going on in the world today. It's super scary with the whole coronavirus, COVID-19. Everyone hopefully self-quarantining at home, social distancing, and only going out for essentials, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Experts are saying that wearing gloves when you go out is not as helpful as people think, and in fact can even spread the disease more. And the reason for that, which I'm not sure that everyone understands, is not that the gloves themselves aren't protecting you, but people that aren't used to wearing gloves on a regular basis, which most people are not, tend to forget that just because you have the gloves on doesn't mean you can do what you would normally do. And what I mean by that is I was at the market today and I saw a handful of people, no pun intended, wearing gloves. And they were just, it's like they felt because they had the gloves on, it was okay for them to touch things, and then a woman's going into her purse with their gloves on. Well, right there, you've obviously contaminated. If you have the virus on your gloves, boom, they're in your purse. And anything you touch, put your hand in your pocket, you put your hand on your head, on anything like that. Just because you have the gloves on doesn't mean that you're not still picking up the virus. So you need to be, you got to be careful. And I think that's the main reason they're saying that to not wear the gloves, because people are careless and that they're just not careful when they're doing it. And I try to wear gloves when I go out, but for me, I have, in addition to being, a home baker, I have 22 years in the operating room, working in a hospital setting, in an operating room, wearing sterile gloves, wearing non-sterile gloves, and with that much time, I'm trained. It's absolute second nature that when I have gloves on my hand, I only touch what needs to be touched, and I don't touch my face. I don't go into my pocket with gloves on. I don't even grab my phone if at all possible. So for me, I feel a little bit more comfortable wearing the gloves because I know how to wear them properly, how to use them properly, and even more so, how to remove them properly. And I made a quick video last week about removing gloves, but it was really on the fly, and I just did it very quickly. And the more I see people out wearing gloves and just touching everything, including anything on their persons, I just felt compelled to do something a little bit more involved. If you're going out and you're running these errands, and everyone wants to be safe, I get it, and we all get it. If you're gonna take precautions like gloves, there's a couple things that you just need to plan on. If you have multiple errands to run, bring multiple pairs of gloves. You can't use the same pair of gloves, take them off, and then put them back on again. And I hate to say that's common sense, but this should be common sense for everyone. So, if I go out, I know that I have to go to the market and I have to go to the gas station. I've got two pairs. I do not want to touch that gas pump if I can avoid it, and I certainly don't want to, touch anything that I don't have to touch. So I'm always prepared with the proper amount of gloves. Again, when I was at the market today, some of these people I could tell just by, with using my social distancing, but close enough to tell, their gloves were used multiple times. These were not like, hey, I just put these on and I'm gonna take them off when I'm done. So people like that are just dumb, quite frankly. They just think that they're being protected, and they're not. If you go to the market or if you go do any kind of errand where you're gonna need to pay for something, then plan ahead. And what I mean by that is, women, ladies, you do not need a purse to go shopping. Take your credit card out of your pocket and out of your wallet before you get out of the car and before you put your gloves on, and put it in your pocket. Okay, whether it's in your coat pocket, your pants pocket, whatever. And now you're saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, my hands are gloved. How am I gonna get it out of my pocket? So I'll tell you in a second. So go do your shopping now. You have your credit card in your pocket. Go do all your shopping. Get yourself, whatever you need, of course. When you're at the checkout, putting all your stuff on the belt. When you get to the register, or if you're doing self-checkout, take off one glove, but you have to make sure you take it off properly. You can't just be willy-nilly grabbing, because your hands may potentially be contaminated. You don't want to be touching your arms, touching your clothes, all that stuff. So what you need to do is you need to make sure you grab the glove on the outside of the glove. Okay? I'm not going underneath. I'm not touching my skin. Well, I am now, but I'm not touching the skin. I'm pulling it away, and I'm pulling up. And as the glove rolls up, the whole glove rolls up, and anything that might be on your hand, I apologize to the dog, and anything that might be on your hand is staying inside the glove. Okay? So I'm gonna put this back on just because I want to show you something else in a minute. But when you take that one glove off, that's the only hand you're using to go in your pocket, because it's clean. You haven't touched anything ungloved. Go into your pocket, get your credit card, put it into the card reader. When it asks for your PIN, because everyone's been touching that thing, you're still using the other gloved hand. Boop, beep, beep, bop, beep, bop, boop. And it will let it ring it out, whatever. Take that, still using the hand that doesn't have a glove on it, because it's just the credit card. You know, realistically, there's no virus up in the thing. I mean, in my mind, there's not. So then you take it out, put it back in your pocket. That hand is still fine. You haven't touched anything, okay? And this is where it might get a little tricky. You have to push your carriage now using just the other hand. You do not want to be touching your cart or whatever with your hand that does not have a glove on it. So it's a little more difficult. It takes a little more effort, but guiding the cart with just your gloved hand is what you need to do. Okay? If you have to bag your own groceries, which a lot of people do, depending where you shop, plan ahead. Have another pair of gloves in your pocket. And what you will do is, this one's already been removed. Now, so I'm going to take this one off. So I'm going to take this off just to show. So now this one, because remember I had said grab from the outside, you don't want to do that now because you've been touching everything, right? So there's two ways you could do this. You could grab it from the outside here on this side and pull it up and have the same effect, okay? Or now, because this hand is clean, you can go under like that and stretch it out and pull it up, okay? Keeping your fingers away. My finger here is on the inside of the glove, okay? And then you can just discard it in the trash, okay? And then grab another pair of gloves and do the whole thing all over again to bag your groceries, okay? Now, it's really as simple as that, and that's, it's kind of a long video just to tell you that, but I've just seen so many people now making so many simple mistakes with these gloves because it's giving them a very false sense of security. So I really hope this helps someone. I hope people share this video. Whether it goes viral or not, I have no idea. But I really just hope people that I care about see it, people that you care about see it, and people can be helped by it. If you have any comments or questions, you can certainly ask those as well. So that's about it. And I hope everyone stays healthy. I hope everyone stays safe. I hope everyone stays at home unless you need to be outside. All right. Thank you and happy social distancing. And one more thing I wanted to add about this. After you take your gloves off, you got to make sure you still wash your hands. It doesn't prevent you from needing to wash your hand. We should still be washing your hands on a regular basis throughout the day. When you touch anything, especially not inside your house, you need to be washing, sanitizing, all that stuff. I kind of forgot to mention that because I was so wrapped up in the actual glove thing, but I definitely want to make sure people are washing their hands. Okay, so good luck, stay safe.